Hey everybody, so my name is D. Today we're going to be doing a Worlds tournament. With me is Mike Powell. Say,
Hey everybody.
we're going to be casting the Worlds tournament, and then basically what this is going to be a double elimination in this format called Warlords. So what is Warlords? It's a 1v1 player with 5 decks each, and there's going to be a draft at the beginning of the each matches where players will present the decks, and then the opponent will counterpick it with one of the 5 decks, and then they'll do the same thing. They'll choose a deck, and then the original player will counterpick that until all 5 decks are locked up, and they're going to play out the matches until there's one winner. So the winner is it's a best of 7, first to 4 wins. And if at the end of the 5 matches, if the score is 3-2, then they go into the game 6 where they're going to be doing. The player with 3 wins will present the last deck, and then the opponent will count pick one of the last 3. And then if you get to the end of that, then it's 3-3. Then vice versa, they'll pick a deck, and then you get the count pick, and that's how you determine the winner. So right now we are in round 2 because we played the round 1 preliminaries offline, and now we're going to be casting the round 2, 3, and 4 today, and then we're going to be putting that on stream for you guys between me and Mr. Mike Powell. And then later on tonight, we're going to have Gul from Australia join us for the rest of the matches. So, right now, Steven, can you please let the players know that we're going to be throwing out the drafting for us, and then you can send us to the players camps. All right. So, the players we're gonna have today is going to be. Let me turn on the stream real quick. We have Kevin Fig from Dallas. He is one of the current worlds in the city, and then against him is going to be Sidney representing the East Coast. So, Mr. McPaul, do you know this Sidney individual?
I don't know. Don't know if I've come across him very often. But I heard he plays Bart's pretty well.
So I've been told. So I've been told. So the decks that we're looking at right now, he's picking up his. So we're in the drafting phase right now, guys. So the 2 players will present their decks. They are it's now the decks are uh it's open knowledge, right? It's public information on what's in the deck, what they are, and what is in it. So they will check each other's deck out, and what they're doing is they're deciding in the draft how the picks go, and this is actually a very crucial part of the game because that's where all the tech comes in, and that's where all the counter pick comes in. And then if people are taking stuff like anti monsters or maybe like a light unit somewhere in there, or a crazy amount of EXs, this is when you figure it out, and this is when you want to play around it. Where you want to put your Lenas, where you want to put your Sid Wafts, for example. This is gonna be the big important parts. And we can see right here there's a Simo being put in the open. Simo is it's a pretty good card. What do you think of this card, Mr. McPowell?
Seymour? Oh, I think it's probably one of the best cards in the set. Like, it's kind of crazy that Ice got him and Sid Wolf in back-to-back sets. Probably two of the best Ice cards ever printed. It's um, it's very powerful. It's strong early. It's good in the mid to late game. It's just solid all around card. It's one of those must answer threats that I think Ice decks kind of needed that a lot of other colors have available to them.
So you just said that it's one of the strongest cards printed right now. How do you feel? How do you feel it stacks up against the rest of the meta itself?
I think it's pretty well positioned currently. Like a lot of decks just can't answer him coming down pretty early. Like he kind of feels like a Lastwell that is going to constantly trigger, because like you can very easily just dull freeze something, two things every turn, and make your opponent discard a card. So it kind of feels like a more expensive Lastwell, but not locked into Knights. And as we all know, Lastwell is very powerful. It's very good. It's one of the reasons that Knights has been a deck for several sets now.
Yeah. So about Laswell, so early on, people were like playing out nice. They were trying it out, and then they saw Kurila, and then they saw Ramza, and then everyone was like, "Oh, those guys, those things are so good." And yes, they are very good. They make the deck. However, they're not the best knights. They produce lots of value, but all of that is good. It is not, but it's not broken until you have a last one play and it starts door freezing everything, and then you don't get to play the game when everything is door frozen. And so, I've in the past couple years, I've there's a lot of people says that Knights is the best deck because of Last War itself. It's a bit of a
I
power deck out.
I could agree with that almost. Like I think it's definitely been the best aggro deck pretty consistently for a while now. Like the I would say the only times it hasn't been is maybe like when chaos was a thing, and that's because chaos was just absurd. um, it looks like they're starting.
Hmm.
Is it? It was like water lightning versus. Is it Refia on Sidney side?
Yeah, one second. I'm checking the Warlords Discord. By the way, if anybody wants to know, there is the Discord, and then we put all the information here. All the deck lists are going to be shown up on over here. So let's see if they threw the things on there. One second. Okay. So it seems like it is Refia. Against
Water lightning monsters.
yeah, well, like the Masters. Cool.
But
So
yeah, that turn one you kind of want with Bart's basically always is he went and got Seraph FL, grabbed his pieces so he can start popping off as soon as possible. This
right.
is really unfortunate for him though. You don't want this. You didn't want this realm to resolve this early.
Yeah. We should change. Can we change the title of the stream, please, Steven? This was the title that I was using when I was prepping for this tournament. So something simple like actual Worlds tournament. Please watch. That's hilarious, actually. That's actually kind of funny. Thanks, David. By the way, thanks for reminding us to change the title. That is very kind of you.
So this matchup is actually pretty. It's kind of favorable for Sidney. The water lightning monster deck tends not to like playing into Refia all that much.
So, what do you think the percentage is about? Is it a 60-40 for Refio, or is it better than that?
I would say it's like 60-40. That seems close enough. It might be 55-45. It's
Really?
monster decks are a little weird. It really depends on like how they start. Like him resolving a realm early enough really does add quite a bit of percentage points to most matchups. In all
Uh,
honesty,
yes.
um,
Yeah, I've been killed quite a few times for to just mouse slash. Honestly, like it feels so much of the game is hinges on two things, right? One, the realm has to resolve, and two, do you draw mouse slashers after you play the first one? That it feels like when you play mouse slasher and then you draw the second and the third one, like the deck doesn't do anything.
brother, if you're me, you're gonna draw all three mouse slashers in the first like 4 turns of the deck. Always, it's
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it, right? So like sometimes I get like oppressed by the deck, and sometimes it just doesn't do anything. And like I said, like, so much of it hinges on how much value you get off the mouse slasher because mathematically it is broken to get like to play the witch and then sack it, then get value off of it, and then sack another one, get another value, and then still have a body to attack with. That stuff is crazy. But when it doesn't happen, I feel like you just kill the witch and then you kill the last mouse slasher that he didn't draw, and then it feels not too easy, you know?
yeah, yeah. That's fair. It's mouse slash is such an insanely good card. Especially when you can cheat it out like this. It's just wow. Okay, he had a burst. Good thing he has the Lina.
Yeah, I was about to
This
say.
this start from Sidney has actually been pretty fantastic. He got his Bart. It's like setting up everything, and there hasn't been any removal or anything toward it. Um, he's getting to set up his backups. It's like this is about as well as he could want it to go this
Mhm.
early on.
Yeah,
Um,
especially with that tie where you don't eat. This is one of the matches where you don't care too much that he draws one card from the Lana, so long you get the cut quality that you need, especially on the bells, because so long he gets there, he gets there. I feel
oh yeah,
like.
you don't care if he draws an extra card off this. The Tiro, the what the Tiro is going to get you is going to be better than what he's going to draw on average. Also, monster matches can come to deck out a lot, so sometimes letting them draw is smart. Um, this is going to be a grindy game, regardless. Uh,
Yeah,
Kevin doesn't want it to be. He wants to win this probably as quick as he can. He wants to probably get him the 2 damage and then push the 5 like as hard and fast as possible. Um, City setting up this fast is bad. Like it's it is not where he wants to be. Um,
yeah. So I feel
like
like he has like a few more turns to go to set up the control, right? So if he gets like three more threats into play, then and Cindy doesn't get a move on, then I think it's gonna be doable. But like it looks like he's very on pace right there.
oh, Sidney is popping off right now. He's got all his colors. He's got the Refia. He's got the Barts. This his deck has done everything that he wants it to do. He
Yeah,
topped.
that's crazy.
He drew the wall off the Refia.
Must be nice.
That's so rough.
So,
Jesus.
is he known to be a godlike top decker like this, or what's happening with this
um,
guy?
sometimes. I think Refia the overall the card quality of the deck, um, it leans itself to just top decking well at times. The deck is very swingy. Like you can have a couple turns where you just draw like dead, like draw backups and stuff. The Bart's version, if it goes off, it has less chance of doing that. It's just your start is a little more inconsistent. Like sometimes you don't draw the Barts or 2 Barts, or you don't draw a way to search it, and you just get an awkward draw. But when it goes off the way it's going off this game, it's it's like it feels insanely powerful.
It
It
looks like
feels better than every other version of Refia when it does
it looks
everything it
like
wants to do.
it really looks like the best deck, honestly. Once you set up in this way. So, Mr. Mike Powell, you are yourself a I've been told a pretty good Raffia player. So,
Sometimes.
I would like to know your feel on the matchup of not directly, but generally Raffia compared to Belts. What is the fine differences between those two decks and how they will interact with the rest of the meta?
I think currently the Bart's version is probably better. I think the introduction of the cryo backup added a layer of consistency to that deck that it was missing. Um, I have generally preferred the non-Bart's versions because I don't like how reliant the Bart's version can be on like seeing the Bart's early and like popping off with it. Um, but I he hit another burst. Oh God. Um,
That's tragic. That's
that's that really hurts because these Bart's versions are actually lower in burst count than
yeah.
the on average than the regular versions.
Yeah, so that
Um,
was one of the. I've asked the same question to Mr. Sidney himself. There's the Mr. Octotruth, and I said, "Hey, what do you think about the Belts versus Refia in comparison and how they play?" He says, "Well, this is more consistency, but there's also more holes in it, and on top of that, we have less EX, so we are less likely to hit his EX, and then things are more difficult." But he's proving to us that sometimes the gods just they smile upon you, and then it doesn't matter how many EX you have, you gotta hit them, right? And
he's he is very advantaged from this position right now. It's rough. Um, the yeah, I think the selling point on the regular Refia is you get a little bit more space for like tech slots, so you can metagame your deck to what you expect to see. Like if you're expecting a lot of monsters, you can put clouds and Alexanders in pretty easily without sacrificing either backups or summons or your actually warrior light pieces. The the and like I said, the Bart's version it gets this kind of I would say about half or maybe more. It gets this opening where it's just it pops off and sets up really fast, and it feels unbeatable for a lot of decks to overcome that because once Refia gets rolling, like a lot of times, if it ever gets set up, it's a lot of decks can't beat it. It is probably one of the it's probably the best setup deck, and it's probably been that for too long in a lot of people's opinion.
yeah.
Um,
So once a refia is kind of sub, is there other than shantouring and not getting amateurs, is there any way to like recover from that bolt state? Do you think?
uh, there is it you can't let it stick around. Like in this matchup, he's got stuff like Witch, he's got Cloud, like he can try to pick them off the board. Um, you kind of have to fight through them. It's without you don't want him to generate too much advantage off of them because if he's constantly using them to draw cards and remove something every turn, that snowballs really hard. Like you just keep falling behind, further and further behind. Um, so you need to get rid of him, and you have to hope he doesn't have another one or a way to recur it. Which the deck is packed with ways to do that. It gets really annoying for a lot of people. And and honestly, the mirror comes down to that too. It's like usually it's who can stick a Refia and just write it out. Like I don't know how many times my matchups have come down to just either me or my opponent having a Refia out longer than the other.
This guy just rarity swapped. He has a Siggy he has a signature waterfall. He just dropped the other one. This guy right here. And that's Sydney for you.
He's gotta have the bling out.
Yeah, he's like my cards are expensive, I'm gonna show it to people. I mean I respect it.
He played the Sparts. I love the Sparts actually. It's kind of a funny card.
Is that is that
Um,
is that the Spellblade one?
yeah, it's the one with the three specials. The it lets you there's a lot of little cool things you can do with that. I Texas 2 years ago that I came in second. I lost 100 in the finals. I played Bart's there, and I I was playing this this Bart's in there, and I think I killed 2 opponents like that weekend just off of triple specialing with him. It was pretty hilarious.
Actually, I was there. I heard that someone in the room at some point also did get a kill off of a triple attack bounce.
I did twice. I did it to. I went to time against Ben Parrott, and the last turn of time, I triple special to kill him.
So you are the
And
fabled.
then
Okay.
And then in top 32, my opponent conceded to me, but had he not, he was going to die to a triple special on my next turn. um, he's finally seen a witch, and I think that's
It's the fact.
it might be it might be too late, but it helps.
Yeah, it gives him a chance. If Sidney draws really bad for the next 3 turns back to back, he has a chance of coming back. I just
I
don't.
don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't bet on it.
He's got so many cards in hand too. Like if he has a Lena special here, it's rough. Because it's going to force this witch to stack off another monster. And it's just more resources you're throwing into getting rid of Refias, while there's still a wall you need to deal with and other fords. And like the witch got tucked in response to killing the Refia, so it's just us. It's so rough, man. He drew another one. That's sweet.
Yeah,
Marlboro.
that does kill.
That's
That
that
does.
does that helps him get rid of this warrior light, which is actually not the easiest thing for him to get rid of generally. Like you basically either have to sack 2 monsters or need the witch Marlboro. Um, Gal can get rid of it if you have enough monsters out, but he's handless now. Sidney has a full grip. He's I think like Kevin's at 4 damage. Yeah. Um, and he had the special. Yeah. Oh no, he didn't have me. He's using Bart's. And there's a Refia in that reveal 5, and there's a Lena. It's a pretty good reveal. Yeah, he's gonna grab the Refia.
Based on that, I assume he didn't have one in hand already.
He might just want extra copies. Like
Yeah.
the witch is obviously gonna kill the first one he's about to put out here. If he is playing one into it, unless he's got some way to kill the witch before playing the ref. Yeah, it's I'm kind of curious.
Uh,
Like,
Ferris does it. Honestly, like I would Ferris if I have Ferris. It just clears the witch out.
well, it won't clear the witch out if he sacks Marlboro in response,
Oh yeah, that's right.
because it'll blank the Ferris for
Mm-hmm.
one. Um, so the Ferris won't get its trigger off of seeing all the forwards take damage.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if Sidney was to play Ferris here in response to the trigger, use witch, sack Marlboro, target wall. Um, so it'll blank the other 2 forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so witch will only end up taking 1,000 damage. Everything will take 1,000 damage.
So 1 and 5 will be
Warrior
safe.
light.
She'll be level 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll be able to live through that. It he's gonna ping with Warrior Light and then special with the Barts for 5k.
I see.
That's smart. It lets him play the Refia out, and if Kevin doesn't kill anything this turn, which he should kill something in response to this, because if he doesn't, he's going to lose to the Lunaf giving something haste.
Yep.
And he still might lose because Refia is going to untap the Lunaf, so he has potential to haste twice this turn. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and
Protection. Kevin is in a tough spot here. What we
He's I would say he's probably losing from this spot. Like I don't see him coming back unless something goes horrifically wrong for for Sidney like this turn.
and this is why everybody loves Refia.
I think Sidney is set up way too fast. Like the Bart's just getting his backups set up that quickly was brutal.
Drawing because free stuff is free.
Yeah. I don't think Sidney can win this turn though because of the blue worm being able to block.
Yeah. He can spend the mana into with the Lunith if he has fire in hand to give haste onto Refia and be able to Refia away the blue worm with I think those are
Yeah,
full.
if he does it right, if he
Yeah.
has to, he'll need to swing with Wool next.
Mhm.
Yeah, swing with Wool next, and then haste the Refia, swing with the Refia, and once he turns Blue Worm into a forward, there we go. He's
Yeah.
doing he knows what he's doing.
He wants to be fancy about it. Sure. Why not?
Oh, he's being extra.
You know,
He
he's
had
just
he had he had lethal on board, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do extra."
he's being Sydney. Okay. All right, Sydney. That's cute. That's awesome. All right, that's gotta be a point for Sydney, and then going to game two. Let me go get the matchups for him real quick. They're supposed to send it to him, but they haven't.
Hey, you know what we're gonna be looking at for?
Yeah, he's about to lock. He's about to lock it in for me, so I can see exactly what it is.
All right.
Uh,
By the way, these playmats are sick.
yeah. It's these playmats were custom made. These are custom alts, right? So the company that does them made this is actually their alts, and then they got commissioned by Matthew Hotline, Mr. Necrophile from he lives in Nevada now. He used to live in Austin, Texas, so he's one of the guys. Then he moved because he moved to work for in Nevada, so and he commissioned them, and then yeah, so we have a whole bunch of them. That's like, well, we got this literally for the tournament. It's very pretty, yes. So he got these playmats, and also the winner will have one that says Grand Warlord rather than just the regular what they have right now, which is the first World Tournament. So it's gonna be interesting. That's what they're playing for right now. Try to get that special playmats, so to speak.
There's a trophy too, right?
Say that again.
There's a trophy too, right?
There is a trophy, correct? You have seen it, I think, if you're on the World's channel. So yes,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
that one is commissioned by Lisa. She does she's the TO around here. She got it custom made for me, and then that will go to the winner. So yeah, it's good. It's very exciting stuff. Honestly, very pretty. Don't be okay. Okay, he typed it for us. Nice. Saves me the trouble. Steven, I'll send you the deck list real quick in a second. Eyes.
So it looks like Kevin's on Icefire Warriors.
It's Icefire Warriors versus Fantasy 8 for game 2.
Oh, this should be a fun matchup. I think these are like two of the newer decks that merged out of the new set.
Yeah. And the last set and the last two set. As a matter of fact, these are the new two strong aggro decks.
Yeah. Do you consider Warriors aggro? Like, I feel like it's more mid-rangey. It can be. It can play very aggressive if it wants to.
That is very cute that you asked me this question because yeah. So for the most part, if you're not too if you just kind of play the game at a basic level, the Warriors is very aggro. But once you make yourself a threat and say, hey, I can go off of one backup. You can go to Tyvus, Axtel, into World or Wuklobat now, or even Yuzuki, or Zidane. You're presenting a lot of threat, and that implied threat means that people have to respect it at a certain level of play. And when you force them to respect that threat, that's when you can go back up into back up with like an Edgar into Atlanta, and then from there you pitching one for the Tivers. All of a sudden, like, are you really an aggro deck, or are you just playing off of value? Because that Axtal, I mean that Tivers searches you for a card, right? So he didn't really cost 5, and he gets to play something. So he casts a lot less than 5, and then that one thing, whether it's going to be the yellow Moogle, the Mag, or if it's gonna be a Furion, because now you're on 5 characters that can sway and draw your card. He costs less than what you paid for him, right?
Oh, of course. Like, for
You can't.
example, speak of the devil right now, Tyvus
Hey,
just hit play, and he's going to fetch a Mog, and he's about to cheat that Mog in, draw another card. So it's just he's basically what, 1 CP here, basically.
exactly. It's
And if he sticks in play, he's going to keep generating more and more value. Yeah, it's pretty typical opening turn for this deck. It's like turn 1, play a backup that searches your Tyvus. Turn 2, slap Tyvus into Mog. Like,
And if you went ice instead of war, then instead of getting the long term value, which is going to be like a Atlanta, for example, then instead you get the case if like he did, and that case if is going to take out your main plan, whatever that is. So if your main plan was to Simo, you take the Simo. If your main plan is to go more backups, well, you can't take the backups, but it's it takes a lot. It takes away a lot of your plans and planning on how you want to go about the matchup. So yeah, it proposes a lot of threat. It's implied threat, but also like it does different things depending on which sides you do play. So for example, if you try to like play a backup that's actually another backup, the Mog denies that right now, right? The Mog is not. It's a 4K body. It's not the best, but having access to denying one of your searches is a really big deal for a lot of these decks.
I think luckily for Sidney, there's only like there's like maybe 2 searchers in his deck,
Yeah.
and like Adia being the big one. But he doesn't have to resolve it. It's not as important to like something like Realm is to monsters. It's very nice. Kevin's having to read the squall. He's like, wait, what does this card do? I feel like there's gonna be a lot of that in the coming months. Like, people are gonna run into this, and they're gonna. There we go. There's the one of the searchers. The Mog's gonna stop it, but
Yeah.
Selfie's probably gonna haste the squall because I think, yeah, haste it, give it brave, and pumps it. It's this is another deck that kind of can put an unusual amount of pressure on pretty fast, while also just generating a lot of inherent value with its cards. Like, the Squall almost acts like a worse Tyvus, where it just keeps cheating something in every turn. Um, you don't get to do it when you want to do it. You have to do it at the beginning of combat, and it doesn't search when it enters. So it's like significantly worse than Typhus. But once you start combining it with the synergies that FF8 has, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit more a more all-in version of Divers, if that's a fair way of calling it.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. Seymour, like
A
Kevin is just slamming powerful cards like Tyvus last turn, Seymour this turn. Like this
yeah,
is whereas the first game went probably as bad for Kevin as it could have for Sidney start. His
yeah.
start this game is the exact opposite. This is probably as bad, about as bad as it could go for Sydney
Oh,
for Kevin's start.
and then the other thing is like, so not only he got the Naji to search for the warriors he wanted, and then he got the Kasif on top of that, and his Kasif took the Seymour from Sydney. So I was like, you know, he gets to do things. Sydney doesn't. Oh, it hits on the X. Okay.
Oh, he hit a burst.
Hey,
There's only 6 in the deck, and that's pretty good.
the gods are trying to help the Sydney.
So City has taken 3 damage so far in this match. The games between the two of them, and they have all been burst so far.
Uh, Judge, yeah, my opener's in his deck. That's pretty good.
Sometimes you're just destined to win, man. It's
No. Mike. That's called skills, man. I don't know what you're talking
hey,
about. That's skills.
hitting EX burst is a skill.
Yeah,
It's why I play. It's why I played Refia so long, brother.
he practiced. He was at my house last night actually, and I saw him practice his EX. He was like, shuffle, EX. I was like, dang, you've been you've been practicing your EX, bro. So I was like, yeah, it helps me during games. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I know he practices really hard on his EX burst. You know, that's I respect that. He's putting in the work.
Sidney needs to do something to deal with this Seymour, like
Uh,
ideally soon.
there you go.
There it is. That will deal with it. Um, because he has 4 more that Zell is going to deal 9k. Also, Renoa, like her cost reduction is crazy.
Yeah, most things that have a reduction, at some point they'll say like it cannot cost 0. You know, like, they forgot that
That's just
text on that. You know, well they forgot that text on that, and free stuff is free. You know, free stuff is
I
free.
had a I had a game with this deck like maybe a month ago where my opponent got me the 5 damage and they didn't realize that she had a damage 5 ability. And I played her haster with selfie and swung and dulled all their forwards and they're like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I think it's actually all their characters that she
that,
dulls. So it was even worse. And they were like, what?
that, is, that is a bad time. That is definitely a bad time.
Sydney has done a lot to turn around the sports state very
Yeah,
fast.
that's really fair, man. He went from having basically just nothing into destroying the other side, and then having an entire bowl full of stuff. That's oh, there we go. Oh, we go. Broken stuff.
Oh, that's hey, that's a start. He won't be able to get rid of the Squall with this because Squall's got his ability active right now where he gets plus 2k and he can't be targeted by your opponent's abilities.
Hmm.
Um, but I think we kill a selfie here. Or we yeah, I think we kill the selfie. Um it's the only thing that he can target that's gonna generate value right now. Um he really doesn't want him to draw one and cheat it in though, so like it sucks.
But what other options does he have, though?
He he could do this. He could shoot that and then it forces the block with the Zell because I think Sydney prefers to lose either of those to the
Who-
selfie because the selfie, like I said, gives the brave, gives the haste, and I think that's the
Would
kind
you
of
have
game plan he's playing. He is the aggro deck in this matchup for sure.
would you have attacked them with the 9K Tivus, or would you just left it for a block?
No cards in hand. I don't know. Like, I think you prevent potentially a point of damage if you leave it back. So, like, you're definitely taking a squall because the selfie was gonna pump and brave and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but it seems like it didn't matter. Sidney didn't swing with the selfie, so he didn't get that extra point
Yeah.
punish. I'm I wonder why does let me look up Squall. I does he say for other or does he count himself? No, he counts himself. So uh,
That was a choice.
yeah,
It was a choice.
it was. I might have swung with the selfie there just for the extra point. I don't think you're blocking with it. Well, you're probably blocking with it now because you left it back, but like the Squall's a 10k. Um, and he can be targeted by abilities. He just can't take damage from abilities. So he's gonna start just probably dull down the Squall here, and then he's gonna push through 2 points, kill the selfie's gonna die, so she's probably just gonna chump. Um, yeah. He hits a burst. That's pretty good. Um,
This Cena guy, he's pretty good.
we need a burst counter for Sidney for his games. He's taking 5 damage. He's hit 4 bursts in 2 games.
I told you, man, he's been practicing these EX bursts. He's really good at it. So I practice.
Uh, all right, Sidney need to draw something here. There's a lot of things he could draw that would be really scary for Kevin. It's well, like that.
Whatever he wants. Great. That's
Yeah, yeah, this is this is probably it's probably Seifer, who will have haste off the Raijin, and I'm pretty sure Sidney has 10 cards in his break zone now.
does he have the Jirachi backup? Is that what that is? Like at the very left?
He does.
Yeah.
I don't know why Sidney just cast it though. He could have cheated it in with the Squall. Oh no, he's gonna get back whatever. He's gonna cheat in whatever he's getting back with it with the Squall, or he could just play this for free. And he's just he's popping off. He is popping off hard here. That's gross. That's so gross.
Free stuff is free, turns out.
Yeah, it's like
Free stuff is free.
he had a special. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that keeps him alive because if
he was dead. He was so dead. Because the Seafarer was gonna have haste, and then the selfie was gonna haste one of the other guys.
Yeah.
So he was staring down 4 attackers. No, 3 attackers. He was staring at 3. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So he wouldn't have been quite dead. He would have been the 6th this turn, which is close though. It's close that you can be without it like actually being there.
What do you even draw together? This multiple S's?
Uh,
And yes, the LB is in play though. That's the thing. So even if you do have if you want to push for if you want to push for an advantage, here, you can uh, bust out some of the limit break here to make a difference. I'm not sure what would make a difference though in this
I,
situation.
I, he needs to deal with this board. Um,
And so he's playing Victoria here. It's he's buying 3 more LBs. Or 7K.
okay, yeah. So he gets rid of her. Alone's only during Sydney's turn, so he couldn't do it in response. That's probably what Kevin was checking right there. Eh, still not in the ideal spot.
Yeah. He needs to be able to the squad needs to be off the field, honestly. That's let's be real. The squad needs to be off.
The Squall has gotten so much value just cheating things in. The fact that it's in 10K, like right now,
Oh,
is
tragic.
jeez.
That's tragic.
that that's so brutal. See, he just drew that like a god. Oh, he had a special too.
Okay.
Don't think it matters here because of dual freezing both of them.
Yeah.
And he's got two attackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. The FF8 deck just
It's
exploded out of nowhere, like multiple times.
it
I think
has.
a good chunk of the game, City was top decking too. He was just drawing like a god.
Yeah.
Like,
That's he wants to zero at some point, and then he turned around by the things that came out of top of his deck. It's it's a skill. I've been told it's a skill. That's pretty good. But no, that's
I was like,
for real.
he played it well. Like he chained together the effects he needed to chain together in the orders that he needed to do it to take full advantage of all his cards. So
Yep.
it was
Props.
very well played by Sidney there.
Steven, can you get Kevin to check on his how many LBs he's used real quick, and then he'll just let you know that you get updated real quick, please.
Uh, Another thing, Sidney hasn't used any of his LB.
Yeah, he did. Oh, I've heard stories about Sidney playing at the major tournaments, over in on the East Coast, and then he decided to show up with no LBs. He's been practicing, he's been practicing for this the whole time. I've been told
I don't think he needs them. Like
he doesn't need. He wants to prove that he doesn't need them. He's like, Refia, easy. Cat 8, no problem. I got this. Who needs
it
LBs?
looks like he's playing Mono Fire this time, so I think we might see him using LB this time. Like
Yes. So modifier. There's a there's it's a deck. It can be a very good deck. It has a few flaws. It has a bit of holes. One of them you can easily out carry it, and also if you know how to deny the one thing they want to do, which is to get 5 back kills, Mount Leonis. That's often all the time. Their plans if you don't have a Mist Dragon or a Amaterasu for it or a Leviterasu for it. A lot of things that is their plan, and that plan is actually very good. But if you see it coming, you can deal with it. So
yeah, you can definitely play around that. I would my I think my biggest complaint with Modifier has been that sometimes it feels a little too fair. Like it's very much like, oh, I'm gonna one for one your guys constantly. It's
yeah,
sometimes the effects aren't big and splashy enough. I think it's gotten a lot better over the past several sets. Like they've been trickling out little things that are like very efficient removal wise, and I think that's how it's beating its like fairness a bit. It's like, oh, my removal is just a bit more efficient than everyone else's on average. Um, and then you have Mont being a big explosive like win play
yeah.
that has to be answered a lot of the time.
Mhm.
Um,
So one of the tools that I've seen Modifier has recently picked up, that's really good and feels oppressive is the Phoenix, the Joshua Phoenix, the ones that flips the top four, and it says you get to pick up two of these fire cards or Final Fantasy 16. And you know what's a good fire card to have in your hand? Amaterasu. So I've seen some modifier decks get away with this and run away with some games where they get to 4-5 backups a little faster, and then they just see a ball with no threats. They just go, well, Joshua Phoenix, and then you'll be like, flip, 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 flip. I'm gonna take this Amaterasu. I'm gonna take this. Jet. The game's a little different once if you do get ahead nowadays on the fire, but it does feel a little too fair, honestly. Especially in the first couple turns when you don't have backups yet, and people play stuff like Simo, and then you're like, this is cool, So
On the
it's a little,
opposite side of him, we got Kevin on Mono Ice, and that's another deck that plays a very fair game until it doesn't.
yeah,
Like it's like I want to set up backups. I'm going to I'm going to slam big splashy bombs.
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
here,
play Kursame, make you discard your hand or freeze all your backups.
yeah, I've played a decent amount of Mono Ice, and honestly, Kevin's opener, which was the Torgo and Sid Wolf on turn one, is kind of insane. You're kind of happy with having two backups in Jerome, but him having those two backups very specific is very, very good. And he played the Celestial Shinryu after that off of those two backups, so it was a free turn. And honestly, the moment if right here, right now, he happens to have Kurosame,
Yeah,
I
it'd be
don't
brutal. Yeah. Like
I
I
don't
think it would. What Sydney got 4 cards in hand exactly. So the only way Sydney doesn't lose his whole hand is the Amaterasu, and that takes 3 of the
actually
cards in his hand.
still three out of the
So
board.
you basically trade. You get to keep 1 extra card off of it. That's that's just brutal. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like as the mono fire deck that you're not dead, but that's just
close.
a knife right in the beginning. Like
Yeah, it feels close to the, but he hasn't slammed the Kurosame yet, so I assume he doesn't have it. Let's see what he plays next year because he has like three in hand, right? Yeah, honestly, if you have Kurosame here,
he's got 4 in hand.
yeah. But I'm saying Kevin hasn't slammed Kurosame, so he
Yeah, I think he probably would have snapped. Like unless he doesn't want to pitch the cards in hand, so he's torn on it. He's like, oh, I don't know if I want to
that's
discard
it. There you
these.
go.
See, yeah, that was probably it.
Yeah,
He probably just didn't want to discard the cards. He's like,
and he's
what do I
like,
want to pitch here?
Sidney's like, oh no, that's my head. See, this is when not fair, right? When you go turn one double backup, turn two play a free backup, turn three, he drew into the armor obviously because he would have had it last round otherwise. So he jams it in and he goes Chris Simon. It's like, yeah, you don't have a hand. Like, what are you? You're not playing the game. It's like it's a lot less fun. It's a lot less fun. I mean, I do it, so I can't like blame him, but I'm just saying it's not fun for the other guy. That's like pitch full. So
I think luckily for Sydney, Kevin probably needs to keep this hand pressure going and resource attack and like keep actual damage pressure to
yeah,
take advantage of this because modifier actually top decks pretty well.
but
There's
but
there's a lot of like efficient, really efficient plays that can play off of like 3 or 4 backups pretty easy.
yeah. What would be good right now if he saw another backup and he go to five and he case if that's insane. But it wasn't the case, so we'll see what they're drawing to. They're in the top deck battle. Once you go 0 kills with like Kurosame, then you do go into top deck battles a lot. And it seems to be the case right here.
Yeah, yeah. I have a local who plays Mono Ice, and this has always been his complaint. Like a lot of times he'll have a big turn, big play early on,
Mhm.
and he'll be low on cards, and then he becomes very reliant on how he draws in the next couple turns. Like if
Yeah,
he starts just flooding on backups or drawing interactive things, he um he tends to lose those games because he couldn't take advantage of the big swing play he did. Um, It's a
that's
Xenos.
he's going to target something. He's like Sidney's like don't even target, don't even pick your target.
Yeah.
He's oh, I respect that. Thank you,
I
Sidney.
mean,
For
it makes sense. Sydney was gonna lose a card,
yeah,
so he might as well lose the card and take out the
yeah.
the
The thing is
Xenos
that
instead.
doing it every turn too. Yeah, so I just want to give props to Sidney, but give him the respect to shortcuts. Like hey, don't even target my things. Just go ahead and put it in the graveyard with this Amaterasu. We'll both save the time. Thank you, Sidney. He's trying to draw. Is that what he's doing? Yeah, he is trying to draw. Yep. That's a good play. There you go. Discount two,
That's
discount zero, draw two. It's pretty good.
it's really good.
Not a bad deal. Well done.
Let's see.
Let me see what tech Kevin plays. If Kevin happens to play Dion right here, I don't bet on Sidney. But if he doesn't play Dion here, let me make his list here.
Sydney has been very good about the last like each of these games. Sydney's been very good about like Kevin has a big play and or a nice turn, and Sydney's counterpunch has been really well timed, and
Yeah, he's disciplined.
Kevin hasn't been able to really come back from them most of the time. Like
Yeah.
it's been a little rough.
Mhm.
I don't know exactly what Kevin's going to do about this board state though. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yep, things are done.
Hopefully,
Is that the amateur
Sydney
swinging
doesn't.
head, Sidney?
Yeah, hopefully Sydney doesn't have a response here because if he does, this is going to be brutal.
Is that an amateur swinging head? Did you just draw it, Sidney? Show us. He's contemplating. Oh, he's
He's.
also
I feel like he's.
he's
So
showing.
sometimes Sydney will slow roll things and he'll be like,
No, no,
should I
no. So
respond to this?
I
And
think I can figure what they just did. So Sydney was like he was thinking about doing something, and then he remembered that Shiryu Celestial, when you have 5 Axe backups in play, you can give something plus 4,000. So even if it did amateur to it, it will not die. So he's
yikes.
10k to this thing. Because Lock is 4, it's 5, and then plus the Shinryu is 4, so that's be 9k, so he'll die. So
Yeah.
this is when you will flip into a Shiva.
And then he'll discard a card.
He'll explode everything, and then he's gonna discard a card.
He hit a cloud.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think Sydney would prefer to keep that. The other card in his hand looks like another Ilwin.
Yeah, he's gonna have nothing. He's going to get
Yeah.
Shiva. Shiva's gonna break the two double folds, and then at the end of
Then
turn,
step out discard.
yeah, that's very well played. He kept the he had the Kevin had the mental fortitude to keep the Shinryu the backup that pumps by 4k untapped so that he cannot get burned in the process of all this, even if he got a Materasu, right? Because she's what 7k and then plus 4 to be 11, so it'll overcome the Amaterasu threshold, and then be able to still prime and then kill it regardless of what Sidney would have played on his turn, so long he has the discipline to keep it back untapped. So now he's in
Yeah,
top
I
deck.
think Kevin played that turn really well. He played
Yeah,
around a lot of potential answers that Sydney had.
yeah. That backup absolutely destroys fire. Let's be honest. That backup actually destroys fire, because whatever
To
he
be able to
offers
pump
now,
a forward 4K is
it's
kind of
it's,
nuts.
it's nuts. Nuts against, especially against fire, because they do a good job of burning things, right? But if your things have plus 4k, it's a lot more difficult to burn them all of a sudden. Like very, it's you have to like 2 for 1 all the times, in this
And
situation.
on average, Kevin's forwards aren't small. Like they're a lot of them are 9Ks.
Yeah,
So A 13k is a lot harder to kill for Sidney. Sidney's got a lot of like 10k and less damage effects. It tends to be where it caps out is the 10k.
Is that Zonde in his hand? That's a Zonde in his hand.
Sunday would be.
That's one of the few things you can do. Honestly, you should, if you can 9k the Shiva, you 9k the Shiva. He's gotta do a Sidney thing and just play backups and keep cards in hand. Okay,
I
yeah,
mean, and honestly, that's what I would have kind of done here. Like, I don't think there's a reason
that's fine.
to pitch the backup. Like, I think he wants the backups.
Yeah,
This game
Well,
isn't going anywhere fast, and like, I think ideally, Sidney would rather play this game with as many backups as he can.
yeah, he's gonna take it easy, and it makes sense because either way, Kevin is gonna be at 5 backups, and he has a body that he doesn't care too much about. Shiva is a lot more about the ETB kill two things than anything else for low value, low cost, I should say. So he wants to take it easy and take some damage here. I think is what Sidney wants to do.
Yeah, I think Kevin, like, there's no reason to kill the Shiva right this moment. Like, it's already did its thing. It might be better just to keep it in play for
So
a bit,
yeah,
so you can't play another one like outright. Like,
yeah,
Kevin's not putting on a whole lot of pressure. Like, I think modifier really, this is a really comfortable spot for it to be in. Like, if you're only putting out one threat every couple turns, fire can very easily deal with that.
yeah,
Now, I do think that once you start mixing in the discard and stuff, things can get a little. You have to be careful because you can get outvalued by the ice deck.
yeah.
And that's kind of what's slowly been happening here. Like, Kevin has slowly outvalued him. But I think that's been more about Kevin's been on 5 backups and Sidney has been on fewer. And I think a lot of that was the original Kursame play, pitching the hand. Like, it really probably hindered Sidney's ability to set up.
Yeah. Also, Sidney has a long love for having 4 5 cards in his hand, no matter what deck he plays, and then him losing all 4 of them, all in one fell swoop. He probably felt it in his soul.
Oh, brother,
So
say, man, I give me 5 cards in my hand every turn. Like, that's what I want.
But realistic also the elephant in the room is that at the end of the day he's playing fire. He's still looking at a Shinryu Celestia backup untapped. So and there's not much he can do other than just buying time, right? So long he sits in and buys time, it's perfectly fine because he's not getting pressure like you said. And so long Kevin doesn't draw a Simo, I think you're kind of fine. Sitting here taking 1 damage a turn for like next few turns. So I think that's what he's banking on honestly. It's just buying time.
Sydney's going into the LB, so he did ping it with the Zonde.
Yeah. What did
So he might. I think he's just zacking here.
And
Kevin can pump, yeah, like
is that cool story, bro? Yikes! But he has a body now, so it's nice.
it is it. I guess you. I don't know why you would do that. That's that. Like, knowing that he can pump it, I don't know why I would take the point of damage there.
He might be fishing for an EX. I'm not sure.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm just
it's like, come on, Sidney, come on, buddy. You've hit enough EX.
The green monster. He's like, you know what? He's like, I'm on the road today. You know what? The gambler's fallacy. You know, it's like, I've been high rolling. You know, might as well just click, click, clack, and then see him again. Oh yeah, that's that's the
That's
case
rough. That's kind of brutal. Yeah, I do think he forgot Adam. um, like, I think he played it. He might have realized it after he played the Zonde, and then he was like, "Well, I've already committed to this play. Might as well slam the Zac anyway. See if Kevin forgets he has it." Because hell, that happens. I know I've done it. I was like, wait, what do you mean I win?
Imagine the fact that 10k doesn't kill something. That's tragic, dude. Just 10k the I think you just 10k the Shiva and you Kevin is like plus 4k, 13,000, and then he's like, yep, everything's don't frozen now.
Well, okay. I don't. Why did Sidney dole his K-Tuna? K-Tuna was active, so it should be that should
He
be
actually
frozen.
casted the one we should call the Ifrit, the one drop Ifrit that was in his hand. He actually casted it for 1 mana. That's why it's frozen now.
Okay. Why would you do that knowing that he could pump?
Just don't make fun of my
like,
guy.
I get he's gonna discard it,
Yeah,
but that means your K-Tuna's frozen this turn.
yeah. Definitely didn't need to do that. Honestly,
Um,
if it was like a Vice
it might not
playable,
it might not matter, but I think it is the difference between him being able to play like
yeah, having
specific things.
the extra one drop. He didn't want to trade with the Shiva, I guess. That's a choice.
No, I get that. Like,
Yeah.
um, we kill the Katsif. Now if he swings with the Shiva, we can trade. Well, we
Yeah.
can trade because he can pump, but we can forget that he can pump and, and try to trade again.
Full value.
Lynn. Oh man.
Yeah. That's kind of tragic.
Yeah, it's still round one, Alex.
Round one is actually played offline. This is technically
Oh
round
yeah,
two.
it's round two. Yeah.
It's the round of the day, right? It's the first round of the day. But they've played round one offline to decide some of the seeds between the visitors and the base players. So this is round two. But yes, it's the first round of the day. And welcome. What? I should probably also tell the world that we're playing and stuff. I need to log in.
It might be important that you put it out there. We get some more viewers.
Yeah. Let people know. Like this is fun stuff, you know.
I missed it, but did Kevin he prime into this Bahamut? Or it was removed with the Lin, right? He just
Yeah,
didn't. Okay.
he can play it, or he can just let it rot away. If he has the Bahamut in hand, he could play it in S and not kill too much. But that's if he's pushing full damage.
I might play it just because it's huge. Like
Yeah,
it's huge and brave. It's
it has brave. Yeah, it has brave. It's actually well statted for 4 drop. It is actually well statted.
Kevin does need to be a little careful. Sidney is at 5 backups.
Yeah, he has to watch for
So
the multi units at this point. Yes, definitely.
yeah, there's always that threat kind of lurking. And that's a huge board swing. Like I I don't know what Kevin's gonna do. Oh, that's pretty good. Freeze all the backups. So Sidney can't actually play the he can't play the Mont this turn because he doesn't have enough cards. He's 2 CP short.
Yes. I don't remember what's in his graveyard. Honestly, his in his break zone.
Um,
What
there's
is
at
have?
least a cloud.
Yeah, so that probably take the slots as the 5 drop. What will be the 3 drop or less?
I don't know.
I don't remember everything.
There's Clives in there.
Oh, the 3 drop grave. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Drop, it's pretty amazing. Actually.
So you like if you get the cloud and you get the Clive, you basically get to draw 2 cards, kill
Basically,
something.
pretty good.
It's not horrid. It's a pretty big like play because it gets a lot of forwards into play and it replenishes the hand a bit, which is just value. Like I think that's one of the big ways you beat ice is you do your own kind of value generation.
Yeah.
Make suddenly you put them in a position where their removal becomes inefficient because their cards have already kind of replaced themselves. So next turn, Sidney will 100% be able to cast Mont. I don't think there's a line here that stops it, unless he has another Kate Sif in his LB.
That'll be which
He has
wouldn't
another
be a
Kate
bad
Sif.
play.
It wouldn't be. That would be actually it would be fantastic. You play it, freeze their backups, freeze Sydney's backups, make him discard a card from hand.
Uh-huh.
Sydney would have 4 cards in hand on his next turn, so he would be able to play Mott, but it would cost the entire hand.
Yeah, that's expensive.
It is expensive, but it's not bad. Like it really depends on what you're discarding for it, to be honest.
Yeah, also
Um,
like let's be real, like that jet is keeping him alive right now because Kevin is too shy to trade one of his 9K bodies into it, which he could definitely like push forward the game in the very near future, but he's opting to like sit back and be defensive.
it
And
does it feels bad swinging into the jack. If hmm,
that does solve it.
that
And
that
not face actually. He has
well, no, he's got 3 cards in hand, so
yeah,
it
he's not
it
face right now. Oh, let's discuss one more. Do you pitch 2 cards and then tap 2 backups, do Kate Sif again? Then you discard one, and then you'll have two, and then you'll have haste on the Ishtora, and you can swing. Is that the plan? Because either way, you have what, full damage. You have full damage. You can go 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you can go to 7 damage. So you force blocks at least one to keep him alive, but then you leave yourself open. Oh, lock.
he only has
Interesting.
1 case if in his LB, so
Yeah,
it's checked. So he
yeah,
can't play another one.
I see. That would mean that would make things a lot easier, but he doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That would have been a sick play though. That would have been that would have been kind of nice.
Yeah. That'd be a chain definitely.
Because if he could kill if he could get the discard, swing with the Ishtola, kill the Zack. Um, I don't think Sydney blocks with Ject because if he blocks, he pumps and he loses the Ject. And if Sydney loses a card, I mean, if the Ject dies, if both those forwards die, Sydney's going to discard a card from hand at the end of turn because of the Shiva.
Yeah.
But attacking with the Kurasame. Yeah, I'm curious what Sydney does here.
I'm curious what's in his hand. I wish I knew. Like, if I had this information, I can sit down like, but I'm not gonna
Yeah,
be honest.
so he blocks the Ject because he knows he's gonna play the he's probably playing the Mont next turn. So the Ject is a perfect card to get back with it.
Does he have 3 or 2 cards in hand? Yes, three. He doesn't have haste.
It doesn't have ace, yeah.
Please, Sidney, read it and say, "Hey, sir, you don't have haste." He's like, "Oh, my bad. Okay, I forgot. An honest mistake."
That's fair. Like I feel like if you don't play some of these cards a lot, sometimes you forget these extra little lines of text,
Yeah,
or you just assume like I've played against Mono Ice enough that almost every time they play their Shola, it has its condition met, so it has haste. So I just my brain immediately is like, oh, the thing always has haste.
yeah. A lot of people like Ishula. You play Ishula, you go in and then you have haste. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a given a lot of time. That's why you forget about it. Yeah,
You hit an Ifrit. That's a pretty good hit.
agreed.
Yeah, he's probably Dolphreeze in the Katuna. Yeah.
Katuno also has an how to say this? Not like an all in, but like an anti all in that you can just ship away most of your three of your backups to pop two things as the last result kind of thing. So yes, it's me.
This might be a Mont turn. Sidney has a lot of cards in hand. I think he
Also,
has
Cameron is finally
he has,
showing he's showing that he's determined to like end the game like in the next turn or so. So he's pushing for damage now.
yeah, he's threatening lethal, like on board.
Yeah.
So Sidney has to at least kind of do something about the board state as it stands. Kevin does only have one card in hand, so if Sidney has a big play here, the odds of Kevin being able to bounce back from it is actually not strong.
Yeah.
Which we know that he has a Mont play. And so depending on what exactly is in Sydney's break zone and what he gets back off of it can really be huge here.
This
It
is
can
when he
flip
makes
this
the
game
comeback.
completely.
Yeah, this is when he makes the comeback. If he doesn't make a comeback here, he's kind of done for next round. This is what it's looking like. But also the two draws that he gets off of it because assuming it's gonna be Cloud, right? He's gonna pop an 18.
I think he might get Zonde.
Yeah, Zonde is also not a bad deal at all. But you still get one. The three drops should still be the Clive if he has
Yeah,
it.
I think he's doing Zonde Clive if
Yeah,
he's mounting.
yeah.
Yeah, he's searching. He's cracking backup Zonde to search forward Zonde.
He needs five backups. So does he drop another backup to
Yeah, I'm
help him?
curious what exactly he's doing. He might have a free backup. He does have he has a selfie in hand. It looks like he's just playing the Zonde. No, he's playing this. Okay, so he actually might not be going for the Mont play this turn. He might just be content with killing a few things, and because he's not at threat of like lethal if he can get two things on board. The Mono Ice deck doesn't really have haste outside of the like Ishtola.
And she's already in play anyways.
Yeah. Um though that might be the thing he kills. Here. Just to kind of play around any potential like I draw because like if he kills the Kurasame and he has another Kurasame this coming turn, that's game over basically. And if he
Yeah.
does another Ishtola play, I'm not Ishtola, but another Shiva play, that's not great.
But he's going for
Also,
like
he is doing the Mont. Okay,
yeah.
so what are we?
So -4 LBs for Sidney here with the mount. Wook he had a Wook in it. Okay, that's pretty good.
Well, yeah, he pitched it for
Okay,
the mod, so he
I
set
see.
himself up really nice. This turn's going to be pretty brutal.
Yeah, the Rook represents now 2 kills because he gets one on ETB and then he also gets another one on swing because she does have haste.
Now he's got a loot for the Zonde. And then he swings, finishes off the Kurasame.
Mm-hmm. That's so when Wuklomat swings, you deal 7k. If you have 7 more characters, then you do +2 on all the characters, by the way. So Zonde himself had ping. He did ping for 11k. That's pretty strong.
That that summon would have been that would have damage would have been pretty
Hilarious.
nice. That Zolaire would have been pretty good.
That would have been
Um
icy.
raw.
So he's probably looking at it, he's like, whew, good dodge that.
Kevin's already pitched one this game too, so I think that might be his last one.
And then the other way to get it back is with Lamb, but she's dead. Yeah, so it is not good. It's not gonna be an option here.
This he needs. I think he needs like another. He needs a prime into something. That he needs to get rid of this Zonde and this Wuklamot like now, or at
Alternatively,
least
if he has a Kurosami, it also does the job.
yeah, it dull freezes all of them. That's fine. Not exactly what you want, but
Also,
it's okay.
the I mean, hindsight 2020, but also a second Kasif would have also just ended this game like 2 turns ago. Unfortunately,
He only has one in his LB.
yeah.
Badly.
That's a tragedy of having to choose in your LB lineup in this format. You do have to make careful decisions on how you want to spend your allocations.
So we got rid of the Wuklamot. The Zonde's still a problem. It's continuous removal.
He does get to live through it though, because it's
He
only 9 rounds.
does. Yeah, this is fine. He's he hasn't seen any Dions this game. He's seen two Bahamas but no Dions.
It's quite tragic, honestly. Yeah. At this point, if you did Dion and blast 9k2 things, I think I see him ahead. But as it
Oh
is,
yeah, yeah. If he was able to, like, that's why I said I think he needed to prime that turn. Like if he could have primed into another Shiva or primed into Bahamut,
it would have been
I
different.
think it
Yeah.
would have been pretty strong for him.
So not only Sidney has the godlike EX count, but he also curses his opponent from not drawing the correct things that they want. It's pretty good.
I think Sidney's going to try to press for lethal this turn.
It should be, unless he hits a Materials EX, Ken should be dead. So in response to the ping, he's going to pump, and in response to the pump, he's going to explode.
K-Tuna. Or
That's the
not.
job. That does the job.
That does. Um, Kevin's kind of hope for a burst. Nah.
There's Simo. There's the Dion. There's the Simo on the Dion. That's magic. That is super rough. Honestly, the way this game went, Kevin should have won this if it didn't draw like the way he did that. That was a lot of terms of non actions because he decided to drive things in the
It went
right?
it went just like the second game where he had a good start, and
Yeah.
like, he even had a good start in game one where because he resolved the realm turn two, and it's just Sydney's response to these good starts has been better every game, and Sydney has played it incredibly tight. So
It's not just the fact that his responses are good, they're explosive. Like you see every single time, like he goes from having almost nothing to like an entire board. It's kind of like his plan, so he sees it, and these things don't usually happen randomly. They happen once in a while, randomly, but Sidney does plan into it, right? He has the correct math in his head. He knows what he needs. He plans for it, and once the door opens, he actually just opens the floodgates and lets it rip, and then if Kevin draws a little bit better or had a second case if in his LB, he would have closed the game. Had he drawn Simo, he would have closed the game. Had he drawn a Dion, he would have definitely came back, and I'll put him way, way ahead. But as it was,
yeah,
unfortunately, none of these was the case, and that's we're looking at 3-0 right here, pretty much a
I think
shutout.
I think what has really hurt is when Kevin has done his big plays. It's been early in the game, and Sydney has generally had a pretty decent sized hand when they happen. But
Yeah,
when Sydney has done his response to the play, when he's responding to these plays, Kevin's burned his resources on his initial big turn,
yeah,
and I think I think it's made it really hard for Kevin to come back once Sydney like pops off.
yeah. And it's a choice, but at the same time, it's also like I don't like to blame things on luck here, but
Variance is a card game. It's going to happen.
Kevin,
You can't really can't
Kevin's
be too
variance
mad
on that.
about it.
Yeah, Kevin's variance on that game was pretty atrocious. Honestly, his opens was amazing, like you said, but he just needs to follow up and then finish the game. Honestly, it's not like he doesn't try to draw it, but it's just unfortunate that he ran into breaking essentially for like 5-6 turns back to back. It is what it is.
It is. It happens. Like I said, can't be mad about it. Really, it's out of your hands. Like I think Kevin played well. I think it wasn't in the cards. Like I think
Thank you.
I think the so he needs to win out to win this match against Sydney now. He
Uh,
needs to he
yeah.
needs to
So
4-0 Sydney
funny
from
thing is,
here.
last night the series that we played. So you know how we have this set up as the four locals in Dallas and then the four visitors. They all four of them were at my house yesterday. And then we went to the shop and then went to my house. So we were having a good time chilling and stuff. So we did play the rounds yesterday at the shop, right? And Sydney was a 0-2 against Christian and came back and won 4-2. And then it was same thing with Corey and Matt. Corey was also 0-2 to Matt, and he came back 4-3. So these things do happen. Prime example yesterday. So these things do happen, but Sydney does have things pretty locked up. It seems like Sydney's good at what he does. So I'm just saying,
Oh yeah,
but it's
Sydney's a
possible.
very good player. Um, Looks like we have Refia into Waterfire Monsters. This generally is not the best matchup for Refia. It's one of the monster decks that I actually don't like playing against with Refia. Them having Amaterasu is huge. Um, Oof, he's
Yeah, could be one of those.
it's not looking good. Well, maybe
We
he'll hit a godly burst off of this, and it'll be okay. It's that's yeah. Usually the Refia player having a slam Luna Freya this early is a sign of a weaker hand. And he pitched two Kusifs and Lev 6, I think, for that. His flips are bad. That
That's not where
That's
the.
rough.
That's just not where.
There's
If it,
one burst there, and it's not one he wants to hit off of this.
if it was the other arc, it would be okay. The full drop arc, so you can keep it
Yeah,
chained.
it lets you dig.
That is
So you
not
just
the.
keep chaining into it. Just dig even
Yeah.
deeper from backups. Replenish the hand. Think you take one of the backups here.
I think you have to.
Yeah,
Yeah, the fire one.
yeah,
Yeah, you get
I
the
agree.
full.
The Sarah is probably ideal. I can argue. I can see the argument for the Lunaf just because Lunaf is it's your fire
Rather,
backup.
yeah, he's rather important, especially into a fire battle with my amateur here in a second. So I will make an argument for the Sarah if you're playing bouts, but if you're playing the vanilla Raffia version, I think the Lunaf is respectable here.
Is he on Bart's or is he on Vanilla Refia?
I'm pretty sure he's on Raffia. He's historically played just Raffia, so let me check real quick on his deck list.
I'll look. I can
Yeah.
pull him up right fast. Refia. Yeah, it's regular Refia. Yeah. Yeah, if he was playing the Bart's version, then you 100% grab the Sarah. Like, I think there's no argument otherwise because that actually sets you up.
Mm-hmm.
There is an argument that him grabbing the Lunaf could make it kind of look like he's grabbing the fire for an Amaterasu to maybe hope Sidney like gets put off of slamming it turn two.
And try to play around
Um,
it, yeah.
yeah,
But
considering how weak his start is, he might have to
yeah, but
he
then
might have to like try to bluff things a little bit.
yeah, but Sidney's position is just way too strong. He has it.
Oh yeah, no, he is. I recognize this situation though because I've had this happen to me multiple times this matchup. Um, I think if the Refia player actually sets up quickly, it flips the who's favored in the matchup pretty hard. Um, it's just if you stumble, the fire water deck just runs you over. It generates so much tempo and value so
Yeah.
fast.
Thankfully, he did have the cloud to eat the Atomos and sag.
It,
Um,
it does that does help. That does help.
it's a it's coming back from a bad position, but it helps you from a bad position, but it doesn't set you
Oh,
ahead.
hitting the Phoenix to the damage is magnificent though. That's fantastic.
He gets to
So
keep.
that turn went well for Kevin. It's Sidney still has a million cards in hand though, so
Does he show us the Furion though? That's the real question. Or does he set up more backups? If he has backups, I know he's gonna play more backups. But if he doesn't, then is it gonna be a Furion play? He swings you the realm. Okay. He knows he
yeah.
wants to play another realm. Okay. he sees it.
So Kevin will take the draw here.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah, I think he might have to because he is playing from behind and
yeah,
he needs to draw into a setup.
he needs to set up. If he doesn't set up, he doesn't get to play the game here. But if he does set up, then we're going to go into a classic long drawn Refia versus X deck. So he gives him a better chance. And Sidney is announcing basically out loud that hey, I have another realm. Please block so that I can play my second realm. And
Well, he
Kevin
might not. He might just swing there, knowing that Kevin can't have him play another realm.
yeah.
So Kevin is kind of forced to play around that a little bit.
Yeah. And it makes sense.
So I think it's just a free attack for Sidney. I don't think Sidney cared if he blocked, even if he didn't have a realm. Like because I think the odds are he's not going to block there. He doesn't really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
He has every reason not to block. Also, he wants the EX, honestly. He wants to get back
yeah.
into the game. So that's just one way of going about it.
Kevin's in a weird spot because he needs to set up, but also he's looking at like Clive potentially going into Ifrit next turn, killing Cloud, swinging, taking out Luna Freya with the chump, and then swing off Realm, put him at 2. This is good. He. This is bad. This is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal. Ow.
Where do you go from here?
I mean, he at least got a backup here, but Jesus, that's rough. He hit around the damage, so the things that Kevin's putting the damage are things he wants to see go to damage for Sidney. But his just the start has not been kind to him, and Sidney's start was very good, and it is definitely an uphill battle from here.
So what does Kevin wants to see next turn exactly? Do you want to see like 2 more backups? Is that the dream?
I think it's going to really depend on what Sidney does this turn. If Sidney goes wide, like he puts pressure on where like Kevin's potentially looking at lethal, he might have to he's going to want to draw an answer.
Yeah.
So he doesn't lose on the following turn. If Sidney is content just to kind of sit and set up this turn, then yeah, you probably just want to draw some more setup and maybe like he's got 3 cards in hand, so he could potentially commit a backup and like maybe like a Refia or something. I think at this point, Kevin is playing on the back foot and he's kind of being forced to
React.
yeah, not like necessarily like, oh, I have to interact with exactly what Sidney's doing, but he has to play in a very
Hero?
specific way depending on how
Yeah, because
Sidney
he's probably
does
counting
things.
like 2-tone lethals and say, hey, I need to like sub just X amount of calcium so that I don't eat the 2 tones lethal. Here's the Furion. This is when it all goes down here, honestly. Even worse than it already is.
Yeah, it's not looking good from here. So we're gonna bomb. I assume he's shooting the Luna Freya with the bomb just to finish it off with the goblin.
Yeah.
So this Furion is gonna get through.
Oh, and
0. That's pretty good. If Sidney doesn't have a Amaterasu in hand, a Sham Toto this coming turn actually might be great.
the play, yeah.
Like, usually you want to LB Shantoto in monster matchups,
Yeah.
but I think we're getting like Sidney's not setting up monsters and he is going wide with forwards, so I think we might just have to deal with it this way now.
Yeah. Is that
Getting the fares here off of
he's at 3
the
damage?
0 burst.
Yeah, he's actually at 3 damage, isn't he? That does matter quite
Well,
a bit.
no, he's at 2. He's at 2. If Sidney swings anymore, then yeah.
Oh
Sidney
yeah.
will probably swing if he has like the ability to play around Kevin's stuff. Like a lot of people get scared to put Refia at damage 3, but if you have Amat and they're low on cards, you might as well. Like you can it's very hard for the usually their big response turn when they're low on cards is all their cards. It's going to take their whole hand.
Yeah.
So if you Amat like if you Amat the Arc or you Amat the Ferris and stop it before it starts, then
Yeah.
you kind of just win on the spot usually.
Mm-hmm. Yo, you
Um,
telling the folks all the Refia secrets and how to beat them. But yeah, so against a Refia, you usually don't want to push them into damage 3 and above. But if you happen to have the Coochie lane, and then the Amaterasu, you can push them
yeah,
into like 3 full damage, and then they 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 play one specific one. It's just like, I'm gonna get value off of Refia, I'm gonna get value off of the Fence. So you Cooch one of them, then I'm at the other one, and then they just lose because they were counting on on those backups to untap. So that is one way to deal with a Refia player for the people who've struggled with against that deck. You just have to know. You have to see it. But yeah, either way, it's a rough spot here. Uh,
yeah, he's not in the best position. And because of the existence of Haste Goblin in Sidney's deck, Sidney can actually push for lethal potentially next turn if like things line up correctly.
yeah.
Not even just Haste Goblin. I think if he's got Gal on his deck too, that also works. There's his Earth backup.
There it is. That's the full calls. But do you die on the next calls?
This this feels bad. Sidney has so many cards in hand, and so much on the board.
I mean, does Refia go on combat, get Amateur suit, and then you just lose the game? Question mark. Or what are we looking at here? City has a grip, so I guess this is response.
Sidney,
Oh,
he let it go.
interesting.
He might not care about it. I think he's so far ahead that it might not matter. Like right now, Refia tucking one thing doesn't really hurt as bad.
That's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Say does untap protection with 7 backups and forwards. I doubt we'll commit to a Titus, but we're getting close to that area where you're threatening that, especially since he has 4 backups now. He's swaying.
What?
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 That's
That
courageous! Oh, that's courageous!
that's
He's fearless.
Kevin is a brave man. Wow. That
Kevin is he's more of a man than I am. I would have sat back, relax, and be a little scared, But Kevin is just like, eh, you know what? That's a choice. That's a choice.
yeah.
So I have to only.
That's an attack of a man who's afraid of nothing.
I can only assume.
So where do we go from here?
So, all right. So real talk, right? Maybe he has a plan. Maybe that plan is maybe he has a line of S. I don't know.
I think was Kevin got 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, that's he has to. It's gotta be both cards if he's going to linear S.
Yeah,
But I mean, like,
we know one of them in his hand is a Ferris, so it can't be Lena
Yeah.
S.
So what do you think is the plan here? We haven't seen the haste goblin yet, so or realm to search for it. So we're not gonna assume the hasted damage yet, but we're
Maybe
getting
he has a Brynhilder in hand.
there. Okay.
Yeah, maybe he has a Brynhilder with the since he has the Ferris, so he can Brynhilder one thing. He can hold Refia back the
Ooh,
block. No, that's not going to do it anymore because
that's a witch
Witch
defense.
is gross.
That is a witch of defense. The witch is a very enjoyable piece of cardboard that people like to play. So that's pretty good too.
Did the Clive remove an Ifrit in the break zone
I do
when
not.
it came in?
I don't remember.
Oh no, it removed the Ferris. I can see it over here. Kevin has a Ferris removed. I was like, if because
Oh,
Sidney just drew a Clive off the witch draw, and I was like, if he has a special, that's really gross.
yeah. So what do you have, Kevin?
It seems he has an answer or some kind of response here. He's thinking.
Yeah. He leaves.
All right, we're gonna tuck.
He is good. Yeah. So he
Oh,
does
we tucking. Who we
the
tucking?
Fury.
Probably the Furion, right? Like it does. It will really suck if he has another Furion in hand,
Yeah.
but I think you have to get rid of the Furion just because of the
You're just so far behind.
draw.
You don't get to be picky about the things that you ship. You just have to ship the best things that he has and hope he has another one. You know.
So now that he's done that, he's not staring down lethal anymore. So I don't know if Sidney wants to attack here unless he, like I said before, he has the answer to the potential response from Kevin.
Yeah.
Um, he also because he knows he has the fairest hand. So if he does put him to damage 3, then he knows he
The
needs to be able to do something about that.
he does not want to open the floodgates. I think.
He does have a haste goblin in hand. I know that. Like I can see it. um, so we're operating here. He pitched a witch for that. So
Yeah, he has one in play. He
he
has
does.
a two.
He also has a. I think he has a Lena special in hand too. So like that's why he's fine pitching it because he
Yeah.
kind of has another one technically because the Lena.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm so interested in what the draws is going to be here.
a warrior light would be very nice.
Yeah, but also at any time he draws Warrior of Light, we will know that he draws Warrior of Light because he jams Warrior of Light.
Oh yeah, of course.
And the fact he hasn't jammed it yet might be telling that it might be telling the world series. He's looking at the yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what his line here is. How does he get out of this situation? Like, City not attacking is kind of helping also because it's buying Kevin more time.
Yeah.
But don't know. There's an argument since Sidney does have a Lena special, he could have swung there, and if Kevin tried to play a Ferris, he could Lena special back the Mog and cancel the search, which could stop Kevin from being able to go off.
And just throw off the math sometimes. Sometimes people have things mapped out so perfectly right that if a single thing goes wrong, it does screw everything up. That could have been it, but I don't think he wants to bank on it. Sidney does look like a safe kind of player, so
It, yeah, I think so. I don't know what he's doing here.
he's trying to kill something.
It's he'll. Uh,
He, he wants to
I,
fight Pitch. Here's the other right. He's sacrificing basically he's sacrificing his RB to hit the witch, which responds for a monster. But now that the monster is gone, there's one less body and one less active action on the witch. So it is not the worst play if you're playing for attrition. Honestly, in this situation, since he's so far behind, getting a
it's
monster.
not bad. but I think I would prefer to play like Zac there, target the witch for the ping, and
Yeah,
then play the Vwu and kill it since it has damage on it. So it gets
yeah,
rid of the witch. Because I'd
yeah,
rather the witch be gone, and him have to burn the Leno special on it.
yeah.
Since I know I watched him pitch a witch already. He's already used a Leno special once this game already. So like at this point, we know the game is probably going to drag on for a while, and we want to.
I absolutely agree with what you just said there. That is also the line play I've gone with. However, if he does sit on Amaterasu mana, I will kind of also respect that. But if he didn't want to pitch the actual one card and have the mana for it, that'll be the one situation where he could make an argument
That's
for it.
fair. That is fair. I feel like the way Sydney's playing though, it doesn't feel like he has Amaterasu.
Yeah,
Like Sidney has been playing very, very cautious and very, very slow.
yeah,
And I think if he had Amaterasu, he'd be a little bit more aggressive.
yeah.
Um, Also, I think I would have swung with Cloud this turn from Kevin. Like the Clive being there means that he could just prime into Ifrit at any point and get the blocker out of the way.
It's a dead
So
body. Yeah,
Cloud's gonna would die anyway. Like right now, it does kind of force him into that play, which there's an argument for that, but like I, Sidney might not even be wanting to attack. He might just be wanting to sit back and try to set up lethal, like try to set up a turn where he pushes for 2 to 7.
yeah. Also, Sidney, the moment that he sees that Kevin cannot Amaterasu, we'll
Oh,
probably just
he's gonna Tidus him
yeah, he's gonna
most
tear us.
likely.
That's why Kevin, even if he doesn't have amateurs, he has to bluff that he has it, so that he doesn't just get ended here. That's what it feels like, at least.
Though I feel like if he wanted to Tidus, depending on what's in his hand, he could just do it now. Like it, even if he Amats it, it puts him at 1 card in hand. You're ahead so far.
Yeah,
You just got another big body. Like
yeah, I agree.
you are winning the attrition war at that point. You are pulling ahead, and I think unless Kevin top deck's really good, I think you set yourself up for a long term success with
Yeah,
that.
I,
Um,
I agree with you. I just don't think that's how Cindy plays.
I think Sydney is he's playing it safe, and that's smart. If he doesn't have Amat, he should play it safe. Like because if he was depressed and things go wrong and he can't stop the potential like counterplays, he loses.
yeah,
Like
that's
um,
true. At the end of the day, Kevin's still playing Refia, and Refia once it crawls back into the game. It it crawls really good back into the game. So I
oh
do.
well, yeah, stabilizes really hard. Like its stabilization plays are huge. Um, though it is very hard. It would be very hard for him to stabilize from this point because of the witch and the Marlboro being in play
Yeah,
for sure. And then the Lena being open, knowing there's a Mog 6 in the break zone. I know Kevin doesn't know that Sidney has Lena special in hand, but we know it, and it's like
yeah,
Sidney has been playing. He has been playing very like much. Anything that Kevin's going to do is going to get shut down immediately.
yeah.
So for not having Hasaratsu, he's doing a really good job of just hindering everything that Kevin
Could
could do.
possibly he's blocking off the roads that Kevin is trying to head into ahead of time.
I think if Kevin did get stuck on backups early, I think it would be a bit different because
Game, yeah.
Kevin's been playing on he's been playing on small hand size almost the whole game because of the bad start. Um,
Ah, there
and
it is. It is.
that's so rough.
Trigger draw, please. Sack, please don't search. Uh, How many counts?
That's
How many counts? Is that two in the hand? Is that? I can't tell how many is in his hand.
I think
One.
it's two.
It's two.
I think it's two.
In other words, he cannot. I'm not sure.
It might be three, but yeah, it might. I think it's three. I think he has three cards in hand. It's hard to tell from when he put them down on the playmat because of
Yeah, they'll
his
count.
sleeves kind of blend in with the blue on the playmat a little bit.
Yeah. But if he's at two, then that's a one slam. You just slam the Titus here. But if he does have three, then what do you do
Yeah,
here?
I think oof. He's
Oh,
counting, so I think we're gonna. It definitely seems like we might see a Titus here.
he understands. Also, just like if you get rid of the cloud, that is 7 damage, right? Like if he gets rid of the cloud, that is 7 damage regardless.
Well, yeah, he would hit the dodge burst, but he would be threatening 7.
That
Yeah,
is
he has
fair.
3 in hand. He really needs one of those cards to be an Amaterasu. And even then, it still sucks because you lose your hand
And you're far,
in the
far behind.
process. So he pays the 3. Yeah, he's got it. He's got the Amat.
Two of
Yeah,
them
2
actually.
Amats.
Yeah, does he have? Does he run ultimate weapon? Oh no, there's a.
I would hope so.
There's a Clive in his head. You can just end them actually.
Well, he's a Clive in play.
Yeah, you just. I mean, I know you use Prime and end the game.
Yeah, you produce Prime here.
That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
pretty much if you Prime, you kill the cloud, you swing with the first three, and then you go to haste the fourth, and then you swing with the
he's
worm.
checking to make sure he has Ifrit left. There we
Yeah,
go.
I've seen people do this. I've seen people not have infants in the deck and then they Prime, and then they go tragically fail. It does happen.
All right, so we swing with the realm first because of Brynhilder.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing left that we need to dodge is
I
Lev
think
6 now.
that's pretty much it.
There's the Brynhilder.
There it is. Good call, Sidney. Well done.
Swing here.
Game over. Wait, why did he haste first with the Titus?
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Sidney, you want to just haste first? You could have just hasted him.
He opened himself up to the Lev 6
The actual Levy 6, yeah.
first.
So if you haste the Titus, you get to draw and you swing, and then whatever EX happens, that blue one is not a 40 yet, so you just guarantee 100% get the kill unless it is an EX that kills monsters, which is not gonna be a thing unless you're playing wind. So
He only plays one Lev 6. That's why. Kevin had already picked one earlier in the game.
okay, so he knew he was he was dead. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
so he was safe. There wasn't any. Yeah, there was no burst that saved him there, other than Yeah, nothing that saved him there.
All right, that was very well played by Sidney. Uh, some of it, I mean, Kevin's expansion on some of those games were very good. He did not get the follow up, unfortunately, to close out some of these games. I think that they both played, they both did what they could, honestly. Given the situation, especially Kevin's, he got into pretty much, you know, a dead end, and then drew into not Simo's, not into Dion's. so on and so forth, and then that's the tragic ending. But it is a clean sweep, 4-0.
It's there's nothing wrong with losing to Sydney. Sydney is a very strong player. So
Yeah, I do agree. I've played with him. I mean, I've seen him around, but then the first time I've played against Sidney was in Kansas, Material Cup last year, and we were in the winners bracket, so it doesn't matter too much who won, who lost. But what ended up happening was he played Raffia, played Balt specifically, and I played Firewater Warriors, and it ended up being a 7-6. And the reason why he managed to get the last kill is because the man drew two amateurs, I drew one, and that literally made the difference in that matchup, which happens quite often, but it is what it is. It was a close game either way, and then from there, then we kind of hung out, and I'm playing a bunch of games with him, so he's a cool guy.
we there was a good stretch where me and him played like almost every Materia Cup. Like we always got paired against each other, and for the longest time we were playing the exact same decks. Like maybe not the exact same list, but if I was at an event on Storm, he was at the event on Storm. If I was on Earth Lightning Chark, he was on Earth Lightning Chark. And so we'd always get a mirror match. And for the longest time, I would win the mirror match. So he would sit down and he would just like shake his head. He'd just like, ah, damn it, you again.
My arch enemy. Yeah, that's cute. It makes stories, It's fun also at the same time to see the same faces over and have a little rivalry going, especially against people who all the try hard to go out to a lot of these competitive events and play at the high level and then end up in the winners bracket, right? So because you might not say it, but at the end of the day, you are a very strong competitor. Sydney is a very strong competitor, and the other thing that we're not mentioning out loud because of being humble and stuff is that good players will end up playing show, especially if they go 4-0, 4-0, 5-0, 5-0 each, and then you are going to be paired against the very few that's like undefeated at the end of all this. So you do end up matching into each other. It makes sense that the two of you will find each other in the winners brackets a lot of the time.
Yeah, yeah. Usually the better players at events tend to end up at the top tables towards the like midway point of the day and stay there for the most part. But it is a big reason to go to events is like just getting to hang out with everybody and see everybody. That's one of my favorite things about it. Like there's so many good people in this community that like regardless of how the tournament goes, the hangout that goes along with it is just it's always fun. It's always
Yeah.
nice. Like Nats this past year. Like it was basically one big party the whole weekend. Like that was that was great. It was fun. I probably drank a little too much, which has become the story of every big event for me this past year.
Yeah, definitely.